So I made a video yesterday talking a little bit about the Queen's funeral, which I think 4 billion people watched all around the world. And I watched it too. I'm here in London, for God's sake, so of course I did. And I think for all of us to watch that, it made us get a little bit more in touch with our own mortality, because that thing about life is that no one gets out alive. And I think a lot of us were thinking about that, and it made me think about my own funeral, and maybe it made you think about yours. And the question is, who's going to be at your funeral? That's the question. Is it going to be your friends and family? Hell, maybe they won't even show up. Will anyone else give a shit when you die? And that's an interesting question to ask, because it comes down to, are you doing the right things you should be doing on this planet right now? Are you being of service? Are you doing something that's going to matter at the end of the day? Or are you just doing the same old nonsense, the same old bullshit? Are you pursuing goals for other people's benefits that don't make you happy, that don't give you purpose, that don't allow you to fulfill your life's mission? And that's the hard question I'm asking you today, because I asked myself that hard question about 11 years ago. I was working in the city in one of these tall buildings down here, making a lot of money. And on LinkedIn, it looked like I had everything covered. Everyone thought Brian had made it. I got millions in the bank. I got the cool job. I got the 2-story flat with all the goodies. And yet, guess what? I'm drinking myself to death. I got no family. I got no friends. I got no connection. I'm unhappy. I'm miserable. Why? Because I wasn't really aligned to my purpose. Now, if I had died back then, and I got close to dying when I was 30, but that's a whole nother story, I wouldn't have been very happy with how my life turned out, and probably nobody would have showed up at my funeral. And the question you need to ask yourself is how can you start living that life of purpose? How can you start living that life of service to where you're gonna get something out of life? And what the fuck are you waiting for? That's the question. Because one of these days, it's gonna be you that's dead down there, not just the Queen. And it's all gonna be over. And you're gonna be thinking, Jesus Christ, I wasted my life on all that bullshit. I wasted my life making other people happy. I wasted my life trying to be something for other people's standards. But I never did what I wanted to do. I never found my purpose. I was never of service. And I didn't do anything meaningful. And I'd rather you realize that now before it gets too late. And so it's something really to think about. And I'll give one last piece of advice. I believe we all know what we need to do. They say the longest distance in the world is that 18 inches between your head and your heart. And it's so hard sometimes for us to connect with what's really in our heart. I think deep down inside, we all know what we need to do and want to do. The problem is our brain gets in the way. And all the stuff that gets shoved in our brain, from the media to our upbringing to our standards, and it stops us from really focusing and connecting with what's really important to us, what's really important to you, what makes you feel like you're doing the right thing. And if we can just get the rest of the stuff out of the way and connect to that, then the path is clear. But it's easier said than done. And that's why, I do these morning walking meditations that I do and been doing every morning. That's why I'm here at ungodly hours in the morning, because I'm trying to reconnect with that heart and make sure I'm always on the right path and I'm always doing the right things. Because I don't want to wake up in 10 years' time and realize, oh, fuck, I just wasted those 10 years. I want to be aligned. And that's something I think we all need to do. And whatever your get down is cool with me. Maybe it's meditation, maybe it's walking meditation, maybe it's ayahuasca, maybe it's training, maybe it's charity, maybe it's whatever. I've done them all, okay? Breathing, cold shower, I've done it all. I continue to do them all. But whatever you do, find a way to get that connection, because that's what we're all looking for. Some have found it, some are looking for it, some will never even know it's there. And then that's really sad sometimes for me. So anyways, let me know what you think. Find a way to connect with your purpose. And if you're interested in my help, then shoot me a DM. Go to Instagram, follow me at The Real Brian Rose. You can see my morning routine. You can see a lot of these thoughts and musings And I'm a work in progress too. I'm constantly looking to connect to my purpose. I'm constantly looking to be a better version of myself and to be of better service to this human organism, that we call our species. But if you want to do that, DM me over on Instagram and reach out, because I'm taking a small group of people through a whole process to really mentor them to be better versions of themselves. And I'm looking for people that really want to make a change and to stop screwing around. Maybe people who are a little angry and tired of being tired. And now's the time to make that change, baby. So let's do it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And wherever you are, big love.